I'd like to welcome our newest sponsor, Schecter Guitars. This holiday season, go over to schecterguitars.com and see what high-quality goodies they have waiting there for you. Premium feel and unbeatable price. See why guitarists like Isaac Brock from Modest Mouse, Robert Smith from The Cure, and Ernie C. from Body Count all love Schecter Guitars. A wide variety of styles and builds with high-end components and affordable prices for touring guitarists. Built to last. Go treat yourself and try something new you've always wanted to check out. Schecter Guitars has it all. What's up, everybody? Our partners at Izotope are having a huge holiday sale. Go to izotope.com/deals to save 30% or more on pro mixing and audio repair tools. Save over $400 on RX11 Advanced. Solve the unsolvable with their complete 44-tool audio repair and enhancement suite. That's izotope.com/deals. These savings are for a limited time only. Don't wait. Hey, what's happening? Before we jump into the show, I wanted to see if you had any music on a hard drive. You have a band, you have a project, and you want to self-release your own music. Well, there's an easy way to do it. You can go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate and go get your music up on all the streamers. You keep 100% of your royalties, and you can get 30% off by using this code. It's a great, easy way to get your music up on the streamers and share it with your fans, your friends, your family, your mom, your dog, everybody. Everyone wants to hear it. But go to distrokid.com/VIP/hyphenate, HYPHENATE, and send me the link. I want to hear it too. Send your mom the link. Send your dog the link. They all want to hear it too. Hi, welcome to Hyphenate Halftime. This is your show for Monday, December 15th. Joining me as always is my dear friend from across the pond, Mr. Aaron Farley. Hi.
Hello, chap.
We should do a whisper episode. Just the whole episode is whispered like this. That was very like NPR in my mind. Oh, your mic sounds like shit.
Oh, God.
Well, every time you touch it, it does. I guess I should say. Stop touching it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh,
is that better?
Yes, yeah. The buzzing has gone away. It's quite a bit better. Thank you.
My name is Arundhati Mazzillifati. Like all the people on NPR.
Yeah.
Everybody has like an insanely amazing sounding name.
I love one of my favorite games was NPR host or Star Wars character.
That's good.
I
like that.
Good. There was a lot of good ones in there. What's happening? How's it going?
Welcome to Hyphenate Halftime.
We are here. We are very chilled out.
Yes.
Ready to go.
How was today for you?
Ooh,
just in general.
Today was the day.
Me too.
I heard. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep quoting other comics I've heard, but that was a black comic, and he was saying, just talking to white people, it's you can tell like how their day really is going by how they say their day is going, and this is stuck with us. It's if their day is good, they just say good, and if it's going horrible, they just tell you what day of the week it is. Like, well, it's a Monday.
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, that's not good. That's not good. But if they want to kill themselves, if they're in the complete despair, they say, "Living the dream."
Oh yeah, right.
It was really bad. It was a living dream. So no, today was a day. I had a whole day of it, and then then it'll be another one tomorrow. Yeah, I woke up early. We paid the price. We went out last night. My wife and I. We got invited to a holiday party. Okay. And so I think we were paying the party gods, even though we don't party hardy is like we used to. But it definitely, anytime you're out past, 10 p.m., even on a weeknight or a weekend night, it's still, you're screwed. What about yours?
You're done for. It just was like one of those days where you're like, huh.
It's just one of those days.
It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up. Everything sucks. Everything sucks. Yeah, it was a very Fred Durst day for me today. Damn. I just want to bring stuff.
No, I did good. Yeah, no, my mom's not driving, and we had her out for the kids. The kids had a holiday performance in the morning yesterday, and so I drove out, about an hour outside of town to pick her up and take her in. We're all dressed up for the performance. That was great, and we went out to lunch. And our 6-year-old throws a tantrum in the restaurant after we've all worked for hours and hours to make this great thing. We've all rallied the troops, gotten everything we can to have a good holiday performance, go out to just a nice celebratory lunch. You did great. You overcame your nervousness. You did your holiday celebration thing. And then he ends the lunch by sitting at another table and not looking at us. He's so mad that we told him he was going to choke on his food because the way he was eating it, he was just like shoving whole pieces of bacon down his throat. And we're like, you should chew those, or you should do something. He's like, I know what I'm doing. I got this. And then within 30 seconds, he's over there looking like he's about to throw up. He's gagging himself. Making a whole scene at a restaurant. We're like, buddy, I have to get up, and I'm trying to pull food out of his mouth, and he's pulling things, and he's coughing and he's squeezing. Like, oh god. So then we politely encouraged him to maybe stop eating for a minute and just catch his breath. And then he got so mad at us, and he went to the next table. So,
okay,
and then we're like, I got to go.
Good, buddy. You can pay for your own check too. We're good. Give him the check. Yeah. Give him the check.
Yeah. And so I take the long walk back to the car to get the wheelchair for my mom, who's still recovering from her surgery, wheel her back at the kids. And then we got stuck in, Saturday Hollywood traffic. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to go which would normally be a 15-minute drive. And there's about, 300 motorcycles all just running a red light somewhere over on Los Feliz and Riverside, just going for it. And we're like, okay, everything's good. But then we all went to our corners, and when we got home, everybody took naps, and then everyone felt better after naps, including the parents and the grandmas. Everyone needed a nap. The whole house went on nap time. Like, we're all getting nap time now. We don't need this. We've been up too long. So that was our yesterday, and then we went out to a nice party in the evening, and then subsequently the next day, you're just feeling like, what? And I got to drive my mom back, and then drive back, and then I had band practice. And then the D&D club makeup thing for a day we missed in November when we had a soccer game. And, now we're here. This is how my day finds me. This is a weekend rundown. Oh, and Friday night I cooked burgers on the grill. I don't eat burgers. I have this very like covert thing. I mean, I've been vegan now for, 25 years, something like this. Mm-hmm. In general, male situations like dad's clubs, barbecues. If I just don't know what to say. I don't really want to talk about being vegan. I don't really want to talk about anything. So I just, they're like, you want a burger? I'm like, no, I'm good, but I'm grilling burgers. I'm over here making, they're like, how do you make these? I've never cooked a hamburger for myself. Yeah. I've, frozen patties are fine, but no, these guys got smash burgers and their little things. I'm smashing them and turning them into charcoal or their, I don't really have a good eye for it, but they needed another man on the grill. So for 3 hours, I think we served over, 200 burgers. To kids at the winter class or the school party.
This was at the
Friday night. Yeah, I was manning a grill, and like, you want a burger here? Have whatever. I'm like, no, I'm good. I feel like I'm too old to be this uncomfortable in life. But yet here I am. I just really want to talk about it. We have neighbors that bring food over. Like, hey, do you want leftovers or you want this thing? We made an extra brisket, and everyone else in the house eats meat. The kids eat meat. Shannon eats meat. So I'm like, oh, hey, thanks, that's great. And they asked me like, what'd you guys think of it? And I'm like, the kids loved it. Chad loved it. And I'm like, am I just a dick? Am I just being rude? I probably am. I just don't.
I heard it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm too old for this to even play this game. I'm vegan tattooed on my face. Yeah. I just took it from Moby.
I went the Moby route. You went the 20-year-old rapper route, and you're like, well, if I'm going to get face tattoos, I might as well just say, listen, I'm vegan. Stop asking. It's fine. Yeah, I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm vegan and I'm fine. It's okay. Yeah. Please let's not talk about it.
I don't really. Yeah. I mean, I do. The Thanksgiving and the family. I think I'm just traumatized by talking to my aunts and uncles and cousins and random people on Thanksgiving for the last 25 years. Like, so really know me? What about just a little bit? Like, do you get sick if you try it? Like, what happens? I'm like, I don't know, guys. Yeah. I can't solve this one for you. I'm not really in the mood up for this whole thing. I like to eat what I eat and you eat what you eat and everyone's happy. Isn't that great? Like, but some people they'll really get really serious about this vegan. Are you like hardcore vegan? I don't know.
Are you tired all the time? How do you get your protein?
Yeah. What about like when you're lifting weights? Like, who the fuck is lifting weights? We're old. No one's lifting weights. We're trying to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Also, I'd be fine. I don't know. Sure. My body seems to be it seems to be working fine.
All of my like self-reflexive social media algorithms tell me that being vegan is great. Everything that I want to hear, everything like everybody else's social media content is tailor-made to tell them exactly what they want to hear. So everything I want to hear says I'm doing just fine. So
ChatGPT says yes.
Plant-based diets are good for you. You'll live longer.
Yes.
But yours probably all say eating meat's great for you.
Eating meat is awesome.
Yeah. So,
being vegan, yes.
There's really no time. There's really no worse time to have like polite discourse about anything ever, especially in like male dad. And I like these guys. That's the thing, is we're friends. We like these guys. I don't drink. I don't eat meat, but I'll go to the barbecue and I'll hang out and I'll have a soda and I'll stand around and talk and say, oh, I'm good. I ate earlier. Like I know all the social niceties of it, but I also know, nobody really wants to talk about being vegan at a barbecue. Or
you guys want to talk about noise music?
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. Have you guys heard this new Nels Cline
never mind.
record? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
My God. That's hilarious.
Perpetually awkward.
I just always had to constantly, even when I was working and doing pretty well, I always had to explain how I make money being a photographer.
Oh, all right.
And being an artist, and when I'm going to do something else.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Not to my parents. My parents were cool with it.
Sure.
There was all that stuff, but it was always the like, so still taking photos, huh?
Oh,
when you, how's that? And I'm like, yeah, it's going great. What kind of things?
Wedding photos?
Yeah. You taking pictures of
babies?
like weddings and like school pictures and stuff? I'm like, no. I'm just like going on tour commercial with bands and doing commercial work. And wow, how do you like what kind of stuff? Like on TV? Like no, that's still photos.
Those are videos. So. That's usually
there's not really
magazines.
Like in magazines. What magazines? Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of. Shoot for Guitar Center. Oh, like pictures of guitars? I mean, yeah, sometimes I don't. Yeah,
probably guitars in there. Yeah.
Can we not
just move on?
I'm
to the
doing
next
fine.
Thing, yeah.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it'd be and it would be, especially when I was younger and still like, yeah, I'm doing it, but it's
not
struggling.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out, and I get the like, yeah, why are you doing that? Like, what kind of like, why are you how are you paying for your rent, and like what does your wife think?
Oh no.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean,
she's still here.
Still married. I think she likes me.
Somehow it works.
She seems to be supportive. I think. I don't know, guys. Can we?
I don't have it all figured out.
I know.
I don't have
we all sell insurance, or work construction, or do things that other normal people do. So yes, I'm just gonna say work on computers. Working with computers. Working with computers, guys. Do a lot of work with
freelance. Oh, the gig economy. It was booming in the gig economy with the work from home, computer town. Yeah.
So you're still in the band. You still going. You're traveling a lot. Yeah. That was.
Oh,
how are you paying for this? Yeah.
Well,
I don't. Usually, someone else does, and then I show up and I'm there for a couple days, and I don't. Do you want me to?
When it's going well, it's fun to just be like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just as surprised as you are. Somehow it's all working. It's great.
Yeah.
But in the last, 5 years post-pandemic, like, it's getting to the point, people say, so what's going on? What are you working on? And I'm like, I ain't got nothing. I got a podcast I do. It's fun, but other than it's pretty dark. These are dark times.
You know what, guys?
I'm really not doing well at all. This is a hard.
You are right.
I'm living. Yeah, I really. Yeah,
you are right. Yeah, honestly.
Now in my mid 40s,
I should have taken your advice.
I was the crickets who like to play all day, and I wasn't. Or is the cricket?
Oh my God.
What is it? The ant and the cricket or something? You played all day and didn't save for the rainy day or the winter. Who was the guy? The ants worked all the time and the cricket played the violin. Do you remember this cartoon?
Oh, yes.
A Walt Disney thing. Oh, the world owes me
a
living. I never thought I was that guy. I always thought I was working really hard at this career. That kind of just fell through my fingers.
You still are.
I guess. Yeah. That's how I feel too. But then but then I somehow don't feel somehow I find myself in a room full of well-to-do creatives. It was like a holiday party for like some fashion people and photography and actor people, and like, you guys are all like rich, aren't you? Like, I don't know. I don't have any kind of way of like I should be network. I feel like is this networking? Like, I don't feel like 5 years into this, kind of depression downturn thing, like this networking isn't really working for me. So
you did a pretty big record last year.
Yeah. But not
That's
enough to last for a year.
That record
that would have lasted for a few months, and then the next one didn't come, and that's just the gig world of it all was always pretty. And again, not to complain, I'm very happy, but life is what it is. These are those things that happen, and it's just, you hit walls and just like, oh, right.
Let's be honest. Complaining is one of the best parts of life.
I have nothing to complain about. It doesn't mean I won't complain.
It can make things better a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think it was funny too, because there's a lot of younger people in the world, and it's that thing too. I was like, I'm too old to even really know what to complain about. Even like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know who these kids are. These might be famous people. That might be a famous actress. Shan's better at knowing shows, and she was like, "Oh, that's this girl from that show, from this thing." I'm like, okay,
this is the party you were at.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what to say to anybody. I don't have an angle on this thing. Like, I don't feel antisocial, but at the same time too, I think you reach a certain age. And I remember this when I was at that, when I was in my 20s and on the up and coming, on the climb and the grind and all this stuff. Like, I didn't really see old people. I don't know. I didn't really, I've definitely, I feel like I faded into that sort of invisible age group of like, oh yeah. Like, I don't know, like no one's coming up to talk to me, and I try, I'm always nice to everybody. I don't talk to Kristen Dunst for a while. Kirsten Dunst.
Oh, nice.
She's nice. She's got kids. We complained about kids together, but again, I don't know.
Oh, that's good.
It really helps my career. But
Michelle once helped her get shoe or gum off of her shoe at Star Shoes once.
There
back
you
in
go.
The day.
Yeah. I mean, she's always been nice-ish and friendly. I've seen her for years, but again, I don't think I was ever anybody in the dating pool world of things. So it was never really, I think she was dating folks and famous people then, and that was not me. So I didn't really have much time for my shenanigans when I was young, and then now we're old, getting pizza out of pizza boxes. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not good at it. Shan's really social. She's good. She'll talk to anybody. I'm like, hey, that's cool. So I don't know. I just kind of stand by her. I say, oh, hi, I'm her husband. Hi. Yeah. Hi. How you doing? I'm the husband.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh yeah. Nice to see you.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
By the way, I'm vegan.
Yeah. Have I told you this? Yeah. Can we talk about being vegan?
Please don't offer me any burgers or anything. Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah. No, I don't need a drink. I'm okay. Diet Coke. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, usually all those little things are just the social lubricants of it all, just to keep it. But you know what, though? I am old enough to realize now, too, that everybody probably feels this way. That's just the general condition of everyone. Everyone's just faking it until they make it. And, you probably, look in the bank accounts of half the people there, and everyone's, just above bankruptcy. I don't think anybody's doing well, really. There's a couple people with a couple big jobs happening, and the rest of them are just like, fuck, when is this going to end?
Yeah, I'm making just enough money to pay for the house I thought I could afford 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's scale that up or down to whatever it is.
Yeah,
I think,
totally.
Yeah. It's like, this is. I think everyone's having a hard time right now, so I don't feel unique in that way. But it is funny, around the holidays. It's like, yay, holidays, happy holidays, it's good to see you, it's great.
Yeah,
are we all broke yet? Is this all?
Yes,
is this all
you think so? Yeah,
I don't know, but it's fun. It's good. It's good to be out and about. I think that's the other thing too. You just realize that you go out, it's like, fuck, I don't go out anywhere.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just being social. It's like, it just doesn't happen. Again, it's school pickups and dad's club barbecues. But to actually go out and be social. Like,
I don't even have dad's club things anymore because when your kids get old enough, like, I feel like when the kids are young, there's just the support group of people where you're just like, because your kids will not hang out anywhere without you. So you can't just like drop them off. Even if you do drop them off, it's like, kind of has to be with a good friend, or maybe it's for like an hour or 2 hours. And so then you have to just like, I feel like in those ages you get into okay, well now I have to be different social. I used to be kind of like social at the bar and talking about myself and work in the room and trying to get work and trying to meet people and trying to figure out what the next day was going to look like and all that. And then that just transfers over to, okay, how are all of us going to make friends with each other when none of us are into the same thing?
Right. Yeah. No,
you know, and that's
really
like
friends.
that's dad's mode. But you're like, the people that you can talk to and that you can like, oh, that person likes Formula One, and I've been watching Formula One, so that's every time we're like, hey, that Lewis Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Like you're just like and everybody, you can see it when everybody relaxes and like, oh, we have one thing to talk about, and we only talk like once every 2 weeks, so it's fine. We can talk. We just have to like now keep those things in our heads. Like I remember a friend of mine was a musician and completely changed into like he was selling like medical equipment or whatever, and he's like, man, I just realized I have to keep up on sports.
Oh,
so now he's like, I'm fine with it, it's whatever, but I have to be like, okay, here's social currency. This team's, you know, about LeBron? That's the social currency. Like you have to know about the basketball and football and baseball. Like you just have to know about those things, and because as long as you can talk about that stuff with your clients, it just like eases the tension, so then you can talk about whatever. And I feel like that's what dads, like young kids, moms and dads, school pickup, like after school birthday party, like that's that vibe. Yeah. It's like, okay, I hope one of these 3 people is there that likes to talk about whatever. Art or music, or like they know somebody who does something that you're into. Yeah. It's very funny. But then when the kids get old enough, then all of a sudden you go to those things and like, oh, well, there's no more birthday parties. Or if they are, it's like your kid's just going like, hey, I'm going after school to so-and-so's house and can you just pick me up later or whatever? And
you don't have to hang out by the pizza boxes.
No. Yeah. I haven't met most of the parents, or you meet the parents at like now, but now it's high school. So now it's like sports. And then you're at sports games, and then you're friends with sports parents, which is fine. But then the good thing is there's something going on. So for the majority of the time, you can go like, everybody knows like we're all just watching the game now. So I'm going to watch from over there so I don't get too loud and obnoxious. So I'm going to put my headphones on and watch from the far away.
It's amazing. No, I've been really happy with the amount or the lack thereof of social time in the soccer organizations we've been doing now. Yeah. It's really like a lot of head nods, a lot of highs. How are you? Oh yeah, good game. Yep. But that's it. No one's really looking to make friends. I mean, we're old and, at the 12 and under sort of, 12 zone. Yeah. No, it's like everyone's got their parent friend card filled. No one's looking for new parent friends. We had the last game, and I think I talked to 3 people more than I talked to them the whole season. Like, wow, well, that was a great season, huh? They really did good. Okay. What school do you guys go to? Oh, okay. That's great. Yeah. We're at the school. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you next year, or maybe they'll be on the same team. Maybe they won't. Not. You don't know. All right.
Yeah.
Never got your name. Never knew your kid's name. My kid doesn't know your kid's name either. They're on the team. Like, I know there's some illusion of camaraderie here, but as parents, it's like, especially once it starts to get colder, like California cold, and for the practices at night, it's like everyone's in their car. Everyone's there. Yeah. It's just, I used to always bring my chair out, and I realized I was the only dad sitting on the sidelines for practices. I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to embarrass him. I can just go sit in the car.
Go away.
Yeah.
Go away, look away. Don't think too much about it. You'll be there. Yeah, that's number 10. And then number 8. Yeah, number 8's a nice kid.
Yeah, he did good. Oh, he really got a good kick on that one, huh? Yeah, well, I saw you bump into...
Because they can't have their names on their jerseys or anything. So you're like, number 8, number 10, number 11.
Yeah. It's great. I could appreciate that. Last week's interview, Evan Minsker, I'd been sitting on that one for a while. I forgot. Like, oh wait, I didn't forget. It was in the hopper, and I kept getting things that needed dates, like special releases for special events that were happening. But but I knew Evans would be a forever gold, an evergreen. It was. I thought I had a great time talking with him.
Yeah, his was awesome. So you met him through writing? Like, did he write about you guys, or is that how? Just like you're just in the mix and.
Yeah, well, no, he actually reached out. I think I talked about it in the beginning of the episode. Like, this is the easiest guest to book when they reach out and say, "Hey, want to be on your podcast. I love that.
Right.
It's great. Yeah. No, I think, I think there was a social sort of confluence of things, in the Pitchfork world and stuff, but he came in even a little bit after, I think, our sort of like Sub Pop run, which I think is where Pitchfork most sort of had heft or weight, at least in our career, from that 2007 to 2013 run. That was sort of the height of Pitchfork, and we got to be friends. I got to know Ryan, the guy who started Pitchfork. We did a few things together, a few events and stuff, and they put us on. We played the Pitchfork Fest a few times. We played the Pitchfork curated Altamar's parties, I think. We were kind of in the Pitchfork band blend of things for a while, but I think I think Evan came in a little bit later in that tail end of things. So but yeah, it was interesting. I mean, they had all kinds of different, there was a thing called like Juan's Basement. There was all this video footage of us. I'm sure it's living on a hard drive or dying on a hard drive somewhere. We did a lot of funny little like webisode-y type things that it just did not make it through to YouTube. This was sort of like predating YouTube in some ways, I think, remember like companies or blogs would just have video content created especially for them. We did a few things. We did like a Vice practice space thing in the early days, because we were always playing out in New York, and we kept all of our gear in our friend's wood shop. And so everything was just covered in wood dust all the time.
Yeah.
And Vice magazine like shot us, like interviewed us inside the wood shop. I don't even think we played live, but I was horribly drunk for that interview. That's one of those things.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not mad that that's not on the internet as widely as
it's buried somewhere.
Hopefully that's buried somewhere. Yeah. But there's a bunch of other stuff. We played in some weird like loft space in New York for Pitchfork, and they like shot it on really like high def cameras for the time. It was like 2009 or 2010 or something. And they had like dolly tracks and really made us look like we were like, I don't know, a cool band in a loft, with like smoke in the room. I would feel like if they had one of those big like propellers, one of those big like fans moving slowly, making shadows. It was a very cool, like weird live set we did for that, but no idea where any of this stuff lives.
Isn't that funny?
Especially as these companies get consolidated or bought, or you just realize like all of the archives get deleted. It goes off.
Well, or it's just like literally on some guy's computer that is sitting in his storage space. Is like, I don't know, I got a new MacBook. Yeah. This thing is on a computer somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was interesting when he was talking about having to really convince them that those ideas were cool, even though that they weren't huge bands.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Because I was shooting a bunch of stuff with Isaac and Trevor at MySpace. And that's when they were doing the secret shows, which was actually like two guys who were extremely into music and Pitchfork and new music and trying to do really cool stuff and trying to make it accessible for everybody and kind of bringing that old vibe of secret shows to like a bigger audience.
Do those live on YouTube now? Are those anywhere? The secret shows?
They didn't. So this was so many of them was before video content was really important because, like you said, it is crazy to think of how young YouTube is, like how young its importance is. Like it wasn't that important.
We're older than YouTube.
Yeah. Well, but even those shows, like I think right at the end of those, which probably was about at that same time, like 2012, 2013, maybe. Because I feel like Towns was just born, and they were starting to do some video content, and they were just starting to do a little bit of video stuff. But it was kind of like, I don't know, where are we going to put this? Like who's going to go look at YouTube? We want everything to be on MySpace. So why would we have them go to a different platform? Right. Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah, I think.
Exactly.
I think that was a lot of it. And then, but then they got bought by Fox. MySpace did.
Oh my God.
So this was interesting when they were saying that he was saying that Pitchfork got bought by Condé Nast. So because they got bought by Fox, and it was kind of this big like, and they lost so much money. Like Fox did. I mean, because I feel like they bought MySpace for tens of millions, which at that point for a social media, which it wasn't even word at that point.
Yeah.
Was like an ungodly amount. You could probably look it up how much Fox bought MySpace for, but I feel I want to say it was, I don't know, $60 million or something crazy. And maybe even more. But then all of these kind of bigwigs were overseeing the whole thing. And we're like, why are we doing all these little things? We can't, we're like, my Secret Shows was getting sponsored by Chili's. Like Chili's was the main thing at the end. They were paying for most of them, and then
oh my god,
and then it would be these kind of smaller. I mean, Chili's is huge, but it's not like Microsoft or something. It's not like these huge companies. It's like it's a chain restaurant. It's sponsored by and they were bringing in. I mean, the end of it, now that I think of it, was really fun because the end of it they were bringing in like, do you remember the Chocolate Rain guy?
Oh yeah.
Chocolate Rain. They were like bringing those like quote unquote, before the word, influencers. They were bringing in those like kind of meme artists also to like announce shows. And like, it was very funny. It was very weird. It was a weird time to be in. But what happened is like, they were very cool. And then those guys came in and was like, we got to do bigger stuff. Like we should do something with like Christina Aguilera, or we should do,
right. Everything's got to go bigger.
These people that were bigger, like, why aren't we doing this at not the Forum, but like the Palladium with some huge artist? And so the last couple there were different versions, but we did like Green Day and Weezer.
Oh God.
But it would be like Green Day at a 2,500 seater. So it's still like a big place with a stage and a PA. It's not like Green Day at a bar,
Yeah.
Whereas before it was like we shot Phoenix at a bar. Like I want to say it was in St. Louis with like maybe 80 people. And there were 200 people outside, but it was like 80 people fit in there. And this was at the height of their radio, so you're watching this huge band play this tiny thing. They're like, oh my God, we haven't, in a French accent. Oh my God, we have not played a show like this in so many years. To be offensive to the French.
Good, yes.
But it was cool. There's these kind of bigger bands at that time playing to like 100 people. Or Ween. I shot Ween.
Oh.
Played in like the tiniest bar. I mean, like 60 people maybe. And there were 700, no joke, 700 people outside. And the city just went, all right, we'll just block off it was in like it's in a college town. But then what happened is that then the corporation gets in and they're like, this has to be bigger. And then they did this thing that I went to Iraq.
What?
Flew to.
You went to Iraq? Wait a second.
Well, Kuwait. I went to Kuwait.
Okay.
But we flew up, like it was, and it was like they were like, we should do, how they used to do the USO tours, but we should do one with MySpace and do like a USO show, a USO type of show. And we'll live stream it, and we're gonna like get all of these people, and we're gonna live stream it all over the world, and because streaming was just starting to kind of be a big thing, and it was Jessica Simpson, Carlos Mencia, the Filter.
Okay.
And because one of the guys in Filter was now, like, the original bass player had joined the military, so he's like in the military.
Oh my God.
So they like flew him in from wherever he was stationed in like Germany or something just to play bass. And it was this big like military kind of like thing, and we flew there. It was 48 hours I was gone.
That's crazy.
From LA to Kuwait. And we were there. No, I was gone for 3 days, so 72 hours. So, and then we got there in 24 hours, and then we were there for 24 hours, and then we flew back.
That's insane.
But we flew into Saudi Arabia, and then had to fly from Saudi Arabia to Kuwait, and then we had to take like a 3-hour bus ride from like the Kuwaiti airport, and we couldn't, like, phones were off. We couldn't see where we were going. It was crazy. But it was the hugest flop. Like they must have spent millions. Like they had the whole camera crew. They had like the video, like it was live streamed. It was the whole thing. It was insane. And 0 people watched it. Like because it was such a poor, like everybody hates the US military. You know, it's like nobody wants to watch like, especially around the world, like maybe in the US people watched it because, you know, there's people that are pro-military and all that stuff, but everybody around the world is like, oh, why would I watch a show at the US military base in Kuwait when none of us agree with the Iraqi, like the, you know, I don't know. It was a very strange thing, but that's how that's how the big guys think. Huge, colossal failure. Like maybe the biggest financial failure that MySpace had ever had. Those dudes all got promoted.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Those dudes all just kept their jobs. Like nobody, they were like, you know, these things happen. And I'm like, oh my God. We were worried about like,
it's all just money laundering. Nothing. It's all just something, you know.
Oh my God. And I was getting paid nothing. You know, it's like $500 a show or something like that. When we were doing the it wasn't even that much, I don't think. Maybe by the end. But that's like 2-3 days of work. You're like flying in one day, you're working, and then flying out the next day, and then putting together all the images and sending them off. And, you know, it's like 2 or 3 days of work. And we are so worried. And then they just lose millions. And they're just like, shrug the shoulders. What's next? What are we going to do? And I'm like, God, where do I get to the fail up point in my life?
Yeah.
I need to get to the fail up point. Like where you just get to fail and everyone goes, well, it's a good try, buddy.
Yeah. What
we're going to do is give you a promotion. Maybe this job maybe you're too low on the totem pole. You really gave it a college try.
We really need to promote you into a place of managerial. You got to really make more decisions. You seem to be failing here at this entry level stuff. Yeah, those are the people I want to talk to. That's the people I want to meet at parties. We're like, you should really be in charge of more things. Have you ever thought about running a whole division?
Yeah.
Like, yes, I have. Let's go talk about it over by the vegan pizza and 0 non-alcoholic beer. I think we have a lot to talk about.
Most of us can't live on $500,000 a year, but we're going to start you at that if that's cool. You cool with that? By the way, we have government contracts, so it's tax free.
Beautiful. If you know, that's what it is.
I do have to say though. So then now that I'm thinking about it, and now that I see a little bit more of how things work, that it makes sense that they were purchased by Fox, and then within I want to say that show is within a year. Within a year, they're doing like U.S. propaganda, which, you know, I happily helped with. I'm not going to say that. I just wanted to go. I was
troops. You were there to support the troops, you know.
I also was like, they were like, you want to go to Kuwait? And I'm like, yeah. Do you want to shoot photos of the military in Kuwait? I was very anti
cheering for Ween
war. I was very
cheering for Green Day.
Everything.
Who was the band who played?
No, Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson.
Way worse. It wasn't even.
Oh yeah.
The best part though was.
Hey, man,
do you know? Shot? Yeah. Hey man, nice shot. Do you know? Z-Trip, DJ Z-Trip? Do you remember him?
Yes, yeah. The name sounds so familiar.
Super cool guy. Yeah. So I had shot him before. He was there as like the kind of DJ, and he very subtly, but not so subtly, had the most political set ever, but that went over everyone's head. And he ended his set with a full record that was like Malcolm X quotes over beats.
Amazing.
And it was the best. It was the best. It was so, because the way he put it out there, it was so emotional and anti-war, but without everybody's cheering. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the most subversive DJ set I've ever seen. And I was sitting on the stage going, this is amazing. But I have a photo of a guy crowd surfing with a M16 around his.
Oh my God. That's wild.
Yeah. Or they're holding M16s. I have people with M16s in Starbucks. Like there's all sorts of. So I got all of these images of walking around the base, which I thought we're much better. I don't think I even have good images of like
of Jessica Simpson lip syncing.
I mean, I sent them that stuff,
sure.
but I haven't looked at any of those except for I have one good Z-Trip one, and then this guy crowd surfing in his military uniform, and then but then the craziest part was when we first got there, we had been on these buses and planes for 24 hours, and then we get off the bus in the base, and it's totally just a movie. You know, it's like some sergeant, or I don't know the ranks, but some guy that and he's like, "Hey guys, how's it going? We're welcome to the base. We're gonna take you in. Like, let's first we're just gonna put our bags down here. We're gonna get you all, make sure you guys are all here, and then we're just gonna take you on a little tour." And so we went on this tour. We go in this room, and we watch like a video about the. Like at this point, by the way, I'm in Sabretooth Tiger, which is like an anarchist political punk band. So at this time, I'm sitting there going like, "Oh my God, you guys don't even know. You don't know how anti this I am." But we're watching this, and it's like George Bush coming on, like, "We're here for fighting freedom." You know, it's like in a TV screen, but literally in like the crappy like fold out classroom. You know,
yeah,
and we're just watching this like propaganda, like the worst propaganda video with American flags and fighter jets and you know, flying by, and I'm like, oh my God. And then he's like, yeah, so let's go over to this next room, and we go across the way, and we go in, and it's like a shooting range, but for like not real bullets, but all the guns are hooked up to air compressors, so if you fire them, like you know, it has a kick, and they have like a 50 caliber huge like anti-tank gun in there, and then on the other side there's a video screen that looks like it's like people driving trucks and whatever, like looks real, right? And he's like, yeah, I want to give you guys, this is where we practice our new artillery fire, and if anyone wants to, and everyone jumped on a gun instant, was like, oh my God, this is crazy. This is the whole crew, right? This is like the photographers and the video and the producers, and like, oh my God, I want to shoot a 50 caliber machine gun, and they're like, we're in this dark
unarmed
room.
pickup truck, at a video of a unarmed pickup truck or something.
Yeah. By the way, I have photos of all this, because I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't need
sit this one out. Yeah, I don't
because I'm like, this is it wouldn't be against me to try to shoot a machine gun. That would be fun, but I don't want to pretend I'm shooting real people on a military base and Kuwait, shooting like quote unquote insurgents.
Zone. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, they got everybody to shoot at insurgents in 5 seconds. It's like literally 5 seconds. Everybody jumped on a gun, and they were like, oh my God, this is crazy. And like, and like
indoctrination happens right there. You're like, okay,
oh my God. And you're like, wow, this is the quickest. And also I'm like, as a ripe conspiracy theorist, I'm like, who's to say that you're not like that those aren't real people, and that you're not like being the trigger to a real computer gun that's out shooting real live rounds at these people. You don't know that. They look like they're dying on the screen.
Oh no.
So, oh yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy how quick. And that's why you don't ever let a corporation buy your company, everybody. Oh, but what I think now, though, is what I was going to say originally, is that it's interesting that Fox bought the company, and within a year, the company is doing military propaganda instantly. And so when those dudes are quote unquote wasting money, I'm pretty guaranteed it was probably CIA/military money that paid for the whole thing anyway. So they're like, there's no making or break it. Like, you just have to make this look real, but really this is paid for by this amazing government agency that will be then paying for your next job somewhere else.
Yeah. Wow.
Congratulations. You're in the CIA.
Oh, it's so crazy. I've heard tale now of this, the Larry Ellison, Oracle company that bought Paramount. Now Paramount and all of its subsidiaries, are all just pushing through specific propaganda through this company. You know what I mean? They were just, but it's all disguised to look like legitimate, film, entertainment, TV shows.
It's all going to be Black Hawk Down. It's going to be anti-terrorism, CIA. Yeah,
whatever agendas that the current military or current presidential administration is for, the amount of entertainment that's going to go to support that is being created now. And
do you think that this is always how it's been?
Yes,
I've been thinking about this a lot lately.
Of course it is. No, it's all.
But then, even Disney and all that, like when you look at all that stuff back then, and you're like, all of a sudden, these companies go from like, oh, this little fledgling company, and then you go, now they're worth $150 million in 2 years. And you go, where'd that money come from? And they're very unafraid to make
even if it's not direct investments in the thing, just the 80s with like Top Gun and all this stuff, it was like if you have any military anything in your film, you need permission and clearances from the government to do that. So like Top Gun was just a giant music video propaganda machine for the Air Force.
Rocky,
like
Rocky 4, Rocky 3. Red Hawk Down or Red. What I'm getting all the names. Yeah. Red Dawn, Red Hawk Down. Yeah. Randy, that's what it's called. Black Hawk Down. Yeah, Red Dawn.
Sure. Yeah, Zero Dark 30.
Yeah,
all these kind of like anything that's all signed, right? I mean, that's not a conspiracy thing and supported, but
paid for. I think paid for probably. That's where you got to get your money.
Yeah. The Disney stuff it was interesting as a Disney fan or historian. It's interesting, through World War II, the Walt Disney, company made literal propaganda and made films for the government and made training videos, using their, animators to show how to, for people, going onto the front lines. And there's all kinds of things like that. But even the Grupo de Walt, where Walt went on an ambassador goodwill mission to Central America after the Second World War to create a sense of friendliness towards the American culture. And then, created things like The Three Amigos and, there's other films and things, where it was seen as though, the South America and Central America was the next place for the Nazis and for fascism and for the Russians to sort of take hold. They used Walt's Disney and his, good American characters as a way to sort of endear and hearts and minds, right? It's all that stuff. So it's not so thin. It's not so much veiled at all. No,
really, but I guess like Japan too and everything after the war, right? Mm-hmm. Really like pushing Levi's, all American culture and Levi's and Disney and everything else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or I guess Disney wasn't around back in the
Disneyland, you mean?
Early 50s. No.
Disney. Oh, Disney was going. Of course
early
it was.
50s?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, those early Steamboat Willie things are in the, teens and 20s. 20s? Yeah, yeah. Dang. Okay. I think Snow White's in the 30s.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's blowing my brain a little bit. Like that Snow White is 100 years old almost.
Yeah. No, the Disneyland was 1955, and then I don't know. There's two Disneylands in China right now.
And where else? Japan, China, France.
Yeah, right. Two in America. More coming soon. Yeah,
hopefully.
No.
Let's hope.
Come on, that can't be bad all the time, can it?
It's like $250 a day now too. It's crazy. I don't know how
tickets?
There's so many people at Disneyland. It's crazy.
I don't know. I haven't looked for a little bit. We went to Universal. Expensive. I don't know if their propaganda is any better. But we did see the Waterworld stunt show, which was great.
How was that?
For a 30-year-old film that nobody in the audience, or I'd say at least 75% of the audience had never seen the original movie. It played great. It was like going to wrestling show, stunt show, spectaculars. I feel like in the 80s we had a lot of stunt shows we could watch. I remember seeing quite a few stunt shows. I think it was our kids' first stunt show spectacular they'd ever been to, and they loved it. It was great.
Well, in Waterworld, I bet it made a lot more money being a part of Disney than it did as a movie, because it was Universal, because it was a flop.
Yeah. Yeah, it was but I guess for you amortize that on a 30-year scale as an IP within the park, that you can use that, but everyone remembers, the Mariner, right? Kevin Costner's character, the Mariner.
Yeah.
And the Dennis Hopper character, everyone knows his name.
Did he have just one eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And all those guys, the smokers.
Yeah, I just get it mixed up with Mad Max sometimes in my head.
You mean like Mad Max on water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the characters and the look and everything. When was that? Early 90s or late 80s?
Early 90s. What are we looking at? Mid 90s. I think it was 1995.
Mid 90s?
Yeah. Dennis Hopper played the Deacon.
College?
Right? You remember the Deacon with the classic film bad guys?
Yeah. Well, and I think and that was just a mid 90s vibe right there. You had Tank Girl. You had
Super Mario Brothers.
The lost like civilization is ultra tech, but then everybody lives in the desert. It was just a vibe. That was a 90s vibe. Everyone was worried about the tech. Well, what did Johnny Mnemonic sucking up all the water? Right? I guess that's true.
Yeah, Johnny Mnemonic.
Should we get back into our films? Mid 90s films.
Mid 90s dystopian sci-fi fantasy.
Yeah, dystopian. But those aren't sci-fi though, right? Is that sci-fi?
The dystopian
what would it be
world.
Considered?
Yeah, it's often. The not too distant future when the world has blown up. You get your Terminator kind of set there, and then Mad Max, of course. Did you like Fury Road? That was really good, I thought. Did you see that one?
Good.
It's kind of amazing. Kind of broke my brain.
Yeah.
I saw it on a plane, so maybe that's why it's the plane watch kind of weighs heavier.
Plane
on
movies.
You. Yeah, they hit harder.
Has anybody ever figured that out? Is it just because you're like alone, you have nothing to do?
Yeah. You're zoning out, you're traveling, you're tired, you're delirious. You just got some movie on. You gotta.
Yeah, I think it's because you're trapped.
Captive
I think
audience.
It's because you're trapped in a place and there's all these people around you and you have to pretend, you don't know any of them usually. And then you just have to pretend you're alone because you definitely don't want to talk to the people next to you. So then you just get like really insular, I think. Everybody becomes like a super introvert, and then you watch a movie and you're feeling extremely introverted
and vulnerable at the same time, and probably drunk or at least buzzing or high or something. You got just booze flowing. You're just stuck there with nothing else to do, no distractions. I think I'm sure they could do an experiment if you took a room and gave everybody, a small iPad with headphones and walked around with a booze cart and, just turned all their cell phones off for an hour and watched a movie in there. It would probably be a better experience. Maybe instead of movie theaters is what we need, the airplane movie watching experience.
I wonder if it scrambles your body to travel that fast and go over that much distance, because we are not like
just your brain's just
genetically we're not
rewritten.
Well, there's no reason why we would, like, even birds don't go that fast
or that high.
Or that high. So there's
maybe you're closer to the radiation from the sun. Maybe you're kind of slowly getting mutated or cooked.
You're getting radiated.
Yeah,
I like that.
Radiated, and your pressure, a pressurized tube flying through the sky.
Yeah, just genetically, where it for some reason it makes us more emotional.
It makes the movies hit really good. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, it makes movies hit, man. This is why the whole.
Did you ever watch a movie? Did you ever watch a movie on a plane? Oh,
dang. It's tight.
My God. I remember taking edibles on one flight, and this was kind of still the pre-proliferation of edibles and eatable.
I was going to say
weed.
that would have been a long time.
It was a while back, yeah, and trying to time it right. And you're like, is this? It's not kicking. This is now a common occurrence. Everybody can get a pack of weed gummies or things, but
they practically just give them to you
at the airport. Yeah, you should just get it's like some edibles, some gummies, some microdosing,
whatever.
Just stay in your seat. Don't act up.
Yeah,
but that was definitely fun. That fucked me up for a while.
I haven't done that. The worst was when you'd have like it was really stressful getting there, and then you'd get there and you were
get
there,
to the airport.
and then there,
you mean?
Yeah, it's like stressful. You're
run,
like
run,
freaking
run,
out.
run.
And then you finally sit down and you're like, oh, and it's so relaxing. And then you have a drink, and then you're like, and it's no kids, anything like that. You're just like, oh, I'm relaxed. You have a drink, you feel so good. And then you're like, oh, but this is like a 5-hour flight. And so then an hour and a half in, you're like, do I have another drink or do I, like, what's going to happen? And I'm like, I'll have one more. That'll be fine. And then the last hour and a half, you just start getting that headache.
Oh, the hangover.
And then by the end, you're just like, oh, I'm getting like the hangover. And then it's going to be morning when I'm getting there. And I'm just going to feel horrible.
Can't go to bed. Yeah.
First world problems, Randy.
Those are
First
great
world
things
problems.
I always get constipated on planes. I always like, it takes me at least a day to have a shit. I think it's literally like being packed in the tube or something.
Oh man,
pressurized.
I don't have
my
that
stomach
problem.
is always fucked up.
Yeah. I'm good. I don't fly anymore.
It's been a long time.
Because I used to only fly because people would pay me to go somewhere.
That was the best way to do it.
And now when I have to buy my own ticket, I'm like, I'm fine here. I'm fine staying here.
Yeah. No. Well, especially if there's no check waiting for you at the end of it. I definitely remember there was a while there. It was like, I got to go fly to pick up this check. It's like if the work is flying, and then I go play a show or do something fun, and then I get paid at the end, and then. And
there's enough money to pay for the flight and some. And
that's how I started to look at it at some point. It's like there's money over there in that other country, and I get to play a show, and that's fun too. And it's not lost on me. But really, like when you start to you're adding up the emotional work and hours, and like is this worth it? And then you go, well, okay. In this case, yes.
Yeah, it is.
This is how this whole thing works.
I'm good for a month now.
Yeah, I remember my brother calling me, telling me like, you can't go. Mom's not feeling good, or thing. I'm like, I think she's feeling fine. And there's, and if she's not, she's going to go see a doctor. Like I'm not the doctor person. Like if if you think mom's really sick, you should go. Like, I'm not going to cancel this 2-month tour I have where it's like $60,000, like waiting on the line. Like if I don't get on this plane tomorrow, there's a lot of people who are going to be out of money. So I think I have to go, but at the same time, she wasn't, it was like kind of this thing of just the psychological turmoil of it all. Like, I think she's fine. She's not sick. If she was really bad, or if there was something, if it was a dire situation, or she had gotten in an accident, like, okay, well then it's an emergency. But her coughing on the phone, I can't cancel this tour. For the cough.
Stop coughing, Mom. I got to get out of here.
You're gonna ruin my 20s.
You're ruining my 20s, Mom. Stop getting sick.
I can't do this all the
time. Mom, I'm going to go sit at the other table.
That's the thing. At some point you realize you're just, again, good things to complain about, but you're sitting in that kind of position. You're like, now I have to, I've signed contracts. Like I'm literally like, I'm a contract worker with like 40 jobs in the next 40 days. I have to go do all this stuff. And even as much as you want to complain, and I think that's kind of where the entitled thing, or like the backstage writer, this whole thing, is it's like at some point, like, yes, it's great. It's fun. And it's exciting to be on stages every night. But when you realize like you can't just turn it off, like, that show sucked, or this whole day sucked. I don't want to be doing any of this stuff. And like, okay, you're on in 5. And he's like, like I didn't really want to. Okay, I guess I gotta go play show. Part of this and then the temper tantrum, and that's when that's when people, you complain about the M&Ms or about there's no ice in Holland. That's when you come up with like weird temper tantrums because you're literally, you have nothing, no say in it anymore. You're a dancing monkey on stage.
You're losing.
Okay, this is fun.
You're losing every little ounce of yourself. Yeah, I think that's
self-esteem.
Well, it's interesting because an artist is always making money for someone else. That's how it works.
Yes,
because you never own the venue, you never own the record label. Rarely, unless you're Ian MacKaye, you never own you. If you're an artist, you rarely own.
That's true of everybody. That's every job. You're always making money.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So you never own the place usually, like the gallery or whatever.
Yeah.
And so then you're on the line, but then you also have the artistic stress that nobody else has of like, well, but you guys have like kind of a system. I just have to make shit up out of my head and hopefully it works.
Or it worked this time.
I don't have the like, well, here is, as long as we get this out to this radio station and this amount of people comes, and then as long as alcohol stays at the same price and the workers, everybody shows up to work, then like all the production parts, there's like these kind of they're very like line in the sand kind of things that have to happen. But then I think as the artist, as much as it seems like, yes, you get all the good parts, you get all the like the parties and the accolades and all that other people don't get if you're at that level. But you also get the like, wait, I have to try to make another one? Ugh. Wait, what if it doesn't work? You get all that part too.
Yeah.
Where everyone else is like, well, if it doesn't work with you, we'll just book that guy.
Yeah. But as an artist, you can't just book someone else to be you. I mean, at some point you are the product.
Or people try.
Well, and then
that doesn't work.
Yeah. And that's why you see, I mean, like the whole, all of LA is, a plastic surgery disaster, because they literally, their face is the product. Their face is the thing they sell. And if you can't sell that face anymore, if your face won't sell tickets or t-shirts or whatever it is, then there's a problem there, and you have to go fix your face. You got to go fix your whole thing. And then, but the trickle down of it, that's sort of the thing where you're like, but we're a punk band. We're not about that thing. And here you are in, Cologne, Germany, and you have to go on. And, even if there's no tickets, even if there's at some point, it's an empty room when no one came, like everyone's mad at us. Yeah. But you still got to go on and play for 60 minutes. That's your part of your contractual obligation. And you'll go sleep in some weird hotel where it smells tonight. So that's just, you got to go suck it up and go do it. And no time to have an ego here. And you're just like,
there's still an after party.
Like, then the artist gets guilted into like, well, you're the problem. And like, I don't even know anybody Cologne. How can I be the problem? I don't know anything. Like, I put a record out. Recorded a record in LA, a year and a half ago. And then somebody said, go to Cologne. They're going to pay you all this money. And then you show up and you're like, why is everyone so mad at me? And then they give you the check and everyone's mad. And you're like, God damn it. I thought it was a punk. I don't know what happened here. But, and like, it's a giant Jack Daniels, poster or like a banner, a 50-foot banner behind me. And everyone's mad. I'm like, okay, thanks, I guess. Can I have my check now? Like, okay, here you go. Have fun. We'll see you tomorrow. And like, wait, why? We're gonna do this again? Like, oh yeah, we're the promoter for the whole country of Germany. We have the next 16 dates. We're gonna be doing this 16 more times. Like, huh? How did this happen?
Like, but did you promote this?
Yeah. Why did
Where's all the people?
Yeah.
Germans are weird.
We just got Jack Daniels to kick down, $100,000 and we're paying you $2,000 a night. So,
I got to get my 98. This $98,000 ain't going to pay itself.
So everyone just goes through the rigmarole, like you said, similar to like, it's just all the money's there to fail, but you still have to go do it all. And you go through and you fail every night. And it really gets you scratching your head on that flight back, crying, watching Waterworld for the fifth time. You're like,
that's crying. Why Waterworld was so good.
I'm crying. Like, what happened? I was a punk. And then I made a record of my friends and all of my weird, smelly friends in LA that rode bikes and like to hang out downtown drinking 40s, liked this record. I think they liked our show. And then now I'm here on a on a shuttle at 3 a.m. going to the Schiphol airport. Like, my iPod just ran out of battery. Fuck, man, life's fucking hard. This fucking shit.
This sucks.
I'm never gonna be a 45-year-old doing a podcast out of my garage.
Ever.
That's what I said to myself every day. Damn way, man. It's never gonna. That's not me.
No way. We're gonna be crazy. We're gonna do this forever, man. I'm not gonna be like one of those adults. I remember saying that so many times, and now I'm like, oh, my knees hurt. Good thing I don't have to carry gear all the time now. I'm hurting. I threw my back out the other day putting my socks on. That is not a joke.
I don't recommend putting your socks on. You got to get one of those shoe
I bent down to put my socks on and just went, oh, like, that one where you don't move. You're just like, okay, hold on.
Just breathe through it.
It's not tightened. It's not completely tight. Okay.
Oh God.
Okay. All right. Walk. It didn't completely go out, but when do I know when I get to move again? Like, gonna go.
I'm just gonna stay here on the floor for a little while.
A little this way.
It's gonna lay here.
Whew. Okay. Don't put socks on. Do not or stretch before I put my socks on.
Always stretch.
Don't stretch too much though, because that will also throw you back out. Turns out that's true.
That's true too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did it. Another fun show coming up on Thursday. Everybody make sure to have fun. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care. Or you can tell your friends about this show. If you want to write us, you can write us hyphenatehalftime@gmail.com. You can find Aaron Farley at Aaron Farley on Instagram. I'm at Randy S. Randall. You can write us, tell us if we are insane, if anything we said today related to anything that's ever happened in your life. If you've ever been on a 3 a.m. shuttle to Schiphol Airport with an iPod with no battery in it.
Are you old and grumpy? Welcome to Hyphenate Halftime.
This is it. This is really the grumpy chat. There's the creative interviews on Thursdays, and then there's the old man grumpy chat on Mondays.
Yeah,
it's good for a Monday, right? Hopefully this relates to whatever's going on in your life.
I feel like it is.
Yeah. Are you?
I like that we got a little bit of a talk in about the guest.
Oh yeah.
Just a touch.
Evan's gonna be old and grumpy soon. He's not quite there yet, but it's coming for him.
He was like, I'm like 38. I'm like, oh geez,
it's
little
coming.
Kid. Listen here, buddy.
It'll happen to you.
Love it.
All right, there we go.